Unexpected Australia. Our church willingly to send us to a conference that will give us more understanding to our dance ministry. I am so excited, and if God willing, it is my first time to be to the land where I was exposed to their television shows, music, famous movies, and celebrities since I was a child, and the country that had huge influence on me, America. A friend helped me to gather all the necessary documents for US visa application, and all kind of supporting letters from the conference host, from our pastor, and employers. I need to provide for this and that, so many paperwork, but I patiently working at it with the help of my friends. But my excitement turned into frustration because after the interview, my visa application was denied. But then my kind and passionate best friend, which it happened that she have already a US visa, chose to stay as she don't want me to left behind. Instead, she shared an idea to me and made another plan. There's an upcoming conference in Australia, the Hillsongs Conference. At first, I was hesitant. What if? But anyway, I did the same gatherings, all necessary documents for visa application. That time, I lowered my expectation, hope, and even control my feelings. The day we went to Australian Embassy for our interviews, I was nervous, but my friend Janice was so calm. As she's traveling a lot, and this kind of interview, I would say, is just a piece of cake for her. The officer called my name first and have a very short interview, and my heart was beating so fast, and I felt so many butterflies in my tummy. But this time, God said yes to our prayers. Janice and I got an Australian visa. We're so happy. Yes, Hillsongs Conference, here we come. The two members from our dance team and Janice's friend joined too on this Aussie tour. The conference located to Sydney. We arrived at Sydney Kingsford Smith Airport a day before the conference and stayed more days after the Hillsongs Conference so that we have time to explore the country. It was a wonderful moment while we were there in the conference held in Sydney Olympic Park. Worshipping together with the well-known Christian group singer, the Hillsongs, and yes, with their lead singer, Dalian Sheck. Their Christian songs started to air from late 90s. We had blessed time to listening messages, lectures, and dance lectures, plus fellowshipping to each other. The conference will start at 9 a.m. and will end up 7 p.m. After that, we can't do much as shopping mall in Australia closed at 5 p.m. The good thing was we have had a spare days after the conference, which we have chance to go to different places in Australia. Like the Sydney Opera House is the very first to must see while in that country. Sydney Opera House is a multi-venue performing arts center on Sydney Harbour, located in Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. On 28, 2007, the Sydney Opera House became a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is one of the 20th century's most famous and distinctive buildings. The buildings and its surrounds occupy the whole of Genolan Point of Sydney Harbour, between the Sydney Cove and Farm Cove adjacent to the Sydney Central Business and the Royal Botanic Garden, and close by the Sydney Harbour Bridge. The Royal Botanic Garden. The Royal Botanic Garden is a heritage-listed major 30-hectare, 74-acre botanical garden, event venue and public recreation area located at Farm Cove on the eastern fringe of the Sydney Central Business District in the City of Sydney local government area of New South Wales, Australia. The Sydney Harbour Bridge is an Australian heritage-listed steel super bridge through arch bridge across Sydney Harbour that carries rail, vehicular, bicycle, and pedestrian traffic between the Sydney Central Business District and the North Shore. The views of the bridge, the harbour, and the nearby Sydney Opera House is widely regarded as an iconic image of Sydney and of Australian itself. The bridge is nicknamed the Coat Hanger because of its art-based design. We also rode on the ferry from Darling Harbour and had a good views of the sea, buildings, and passing by under the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Darling Harbour is a harbour adjacent to the city centre of Sydney, New South Wales, Australia, that is made up of a large recreational and pedestrian precinct that is situated on the western outskirts of Sydney Central Business District. The Queen Victoria Building located at George Street in the Sydney Central Business District in the Australian state of New South Wales. We also joined the tour group and brought us to Blue Mountain. Blue Mountain is a rugged region west of Sydney in Australia's New South Wales. Known for dramatic scenery, it compasses steep cliffs, eucalyptus forests, and gardens. Katoomba, a major town in the area, borders Blue Mountains National Park and its bushwalking trails. Echo Points affords views of the storied Three Sisters sandstone rock formation. Three Sisters is essentially an unusual rock formation representing three sisters who, according to Aboriginal legend, were turned to stone. The Aboriginal Dreamtime legend has it that three sisters, Mini, Wimla, and Gunedu, live in the Jamison Valley as members of the Katoomba tribe. These beautiful young ladies had fallen in love with three brothers from the Nefian tribe, yet tribal law forbade them to marry. The brothers were not happy to accept this law and so decided to use force to capture the three sisters, causing a major tribal battle. As the lives of the three sisters were seriously in danger, a witch doctor from the Katoomba tribe took it upon himself to turn the three sisters into stone to protect them from any harm. While he had intended to reverse the spell when the battle was over, the witch doctor himself was killed, as only he could reverse the spell to return the ladies to their former beauty. The sisters remain in their magnificent rock formation as a reminder of this battle for generations to come. The following day was fun too. We went to Featherdale Wild Park. It was my first time to see a koala, emu, wombat. We were able to touch and feed them. It's my first time too to see an albino kangaroo. At Sydney Aquarium, now it's Sea Life Sydney Aquarium, is a public aquarium that features a large variety of Australian aquatic life, displaying more than 700 species comprising more than 13,000 individual fish and other sea and water creatures form most of the Australian water habitats opened in 1988. It is regarded as one of the Sydney's premier tourist attractions. Genolan Cave. The Genolan Caves are limestone caves located within the Genolan Carps Conservation Reserve in the central Tablelands region, west of the Blue Mountains, in Genolan, Oberon Council, New South Wales, in eastern Australia. The caves and 3,083 hectare, 7,620 acres reserves are situated approximately 174 kilometers west of Sydney. The caves are the most visited of several similar groups in the limestone caves of the country, and the most ancient discovered often caves in the world. They include numerous Hillsongs marine fossils and the calcite formations, sometimes pure white, are noted for their beauty. The cave network follows the course of subterranean section of the Genolan River. It has more than 40 kilometers of multi-level passages and over 300 entrances. The complex is still being explored. The caves are a tourist destination with 11 illuminated show caves open to paying visitors. The Caves and Conservation Reserve are one of the 8 protected areas that was inscribed in 2000 to form part of the UNESCO World Heritage listed Greater Blue Mountains area. The Genolan Carps Conservation Reserve is the most westerly of the 8 protected areas within the World Heritage Site. The reserve forms part of the Great Dividing Range and was listed on the now defunct Register of the National Estate in 1978. The Genolan Caves are listed on the Australian National Heritage List on 25 June 2004. Genolan Caves Reserve, including the caves, were listed on the New South Wales State Heritage Register with the following inscription: "It was a wonderful time fellowshipping with other Christian brethren around the globe in Hillsongs Conference. At the same time, learning and knowing about Australia. The trip was amazing."